Hello once again, and that wasn't supposed to be up there yet. Hello once again, and welcome to Midnight's Edge After Dark. I'm Tom Connors. With me is my co-pilot, a man who needs no introduction, but he's gonna get one anyway. Mexican Iron Man.
Landing in hot. I've been offline pretty much since last night. I've been working all day. Excited to be here for the show with great peeps in the chat, great peeps on the panel, the legendary Mr. Tom Connors Jr. Let's do this enchilada.
And the hits don't stop there. She's number one with a bullet, even though her name is Six. How you doing, Six?
I'm doing great. This is going to be, I feel like it's going to be a hodgepodge. There's so much going on, and I'm excited to talk about everything except probably the number one story.
Well, the beauty of that is we'll probably get through that pretty quick.
Okay.
We got Nick Weiser in the house. How you doing?
Sir Tom Connors of the Midnight's Edge. I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Hail to the chat. Hail to the mods. Thank you for having me, sir.
Welcome to the round table.
You, Six, Klobby, and Mexican Iron Man. Let's have some tacos and talk some, well, stuff.
Indeed. And last but definitely not least, at least for now until anybody else shows up, the one, the only, Clobbering Times. How you doing, sir?
Hey, doing well. Great to see you. Thanks for having me here. It's good to be on panel with such wonderful pals and that great chat out there. Hello there, chat. Clobber on, my friends, and let's get this one going.
Slobber knockering. Yes, indeed. Please hit that like button. Share out the stream, because Lord knows YouTube ain't going to help us. And actually, we may switch things around a little bit, Six, because we'll see how it goes here. Maybe we'll talk about that trailer first. But let's see who's in the house. I see Donnie Pearson's here.
Switch partners.
That would be like a swingers party.
Okay, when? What time?
Hamdinger's in the house. Warlock King is here. David Rayner's here. Babo Yogi's here. I seen Steph in the house. Jason Gray is here. Sander Hammerslag is here. Amplify Create is here. Welcome, everybody. We got Siege Perilous. We have, let's see here, Luke Karolowitz. Am I saying that right? Luke Karolowitz Art. There you go. And we have Cosmic Vader here. We also have Cryokin, if I'm saying that correctly as well. Etienne Faladuro is here. Professor Gray is here. Let's see who else is in the house. Cosmic Squirrel. How you doing, buddy? We also have D-Bud Martin here. Is he on Brent yet over here? Let me fix that. If
4 o'clock in California.
It's 4 o'clock in California.
Yeah.
Why is that important?
Because pretty soon the auto body shop will close and he will be unable to obtain a wrench. Ha ha!
I see we got a member chat popping up here once I get to it. Let's see here. Whoop, going down, down, down like a burning ring of fire. We got Gonzalo Bergali, who's been a member for 6 whole months, and he gifted 5 Midnight's Edge memberships. Thank you so much for that, Gonzalo. We appreciate that. Let's see who the lucky recipients are at this point. We have...
I haven't seen
and George is in the house, too. How you doing, George? Mikey, you can go ahead and send George the link if you don't have it.
On it. Oh, my God, he gifted 10 memberships.
He did. That's what I'm saying, like 10 more. So we got Gonzalo and... so there's like a whole of 15 out there right now we're waiting on.
Grab them, people.
Wow. Makes us want to do a member stream sometime soon.
Yes, we are. Hopefully this weekend.
Klobby, you like the way I said that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Did you notice it was a hint?
You said member.
Member.
Oh, what do you mean a hint? I have members now. I started membership. Wait, Mike, are you trying to tell me I need to start having memberships? Because I already do now.
You do?
Yes, sir.
He does. I'm signed up to it, Mexican Iron Man. Where are you?
I am so ashamed if I'm not.
I
remember a Klobby
anything.
Oh,
Tom,
yeah, wiener in his mouth.
Tom, Tom's giving me that look.
I got a wiener in my mouth.
No. God.
4 memberships have been claimed.
Oh
the Ghost
my
Riders
God, I'm
and
not a
Hollywood
member on
Gold.
Klobby's channel. I'm going to cry.
Man, we've gained
Sorry,
so
what?
many members, and we got one with a member in his mouth. I love it.
6 was about to read out the recipients. What were they again?
The Worst Writers in Hollywood, Goldsman and Kurtzman, Max Powers, Kevin Freeze, Michael Marco, So 4 so far. So there's 11 more out there.
I just
can
want to
do math
say
in my head.
max powers. That's all.
Thank you for the member chats, George and Gonzalo, and welcome to everybody who got them. And we're going to do a membership stream very soon.
Gene Star,
Indeed.
Richard Diaz.
Thank you so much.
You guys have your account set so you can accept gifts. That's
Yeah, we're gonna do. I'm
you
gonna
also
work on
gotta
some
have
stuff
the
here.
live chat too. Gotta have in the live chat. When you're out watching the
Yeah.
stream, you'll
You
have
have to
the
be
top chat and
subscribed.
live chat. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Bob is a member.
Bethany,
Man,
Yeah, I
Zolben.
remember
kept
Pop
forgetting.
here.
He's not just a member; he's on the stream.
Yes.
I love it.
I kept forgetting. I always forget to go to channels and watch them. And you got the membership thing going on because they had to talk me into it for a year.
Yep.
Thank you, Sticks, by the
Cool
way.
Gamer got a membership.
He's not only Mexican,
Thank you,
but
Six.
he has. Not only is he Mexican, but he has a member and is a member. Mexican Iron Man.
Member.
Pew, pew.
Damn it, Beavis.
All right, let's move on here, and we'll grab those other member chats as they come along.
Okay.
We have a Ring of Power video or trailer thingy.
Yay!
Mm.
Oh wait, I got a
Fell
button
into
for
a
that.
burning ring of power.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey.
So let's dive into this. Let's actually let ladies go first. Six, because you were actually somewhat excited for this at first. it
I
seemed like.
was. I
Yeah,
was
So
very
let's get your
excited.
reaction.
Yeah, so I was very excited and I was very butthurt at all the hate out there because I am a firm believer in see it before you poop on it. And I've read the appendices way back in the day and I'm too optimistic. I'm too hopeful for things and then I get let down. And then I think what helped me to get over that is when Kenobi came out and I got pooped on and stabbed in the gut and all that. And so now I'm a little bit less likely to get excited about things. So then I realized Rings of Power is going to be terrible, probably based on what I've seen and based on what the showrunners have been saying and what the actors have been saying. And then I just watched this trailer about 10 minutes ago and I can't help it. I'm excited again because it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So I don't know I don't know. I'm an eternal optimist, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that, Sticks. Nothing wrong with that at all.
All right. Well, Mikey, what do you think about it?
God, you got to call on me after 6. Bro, I still continue to be unimpressed by anything I've seen thus far. I don't know what this thing's about yet. I don't know what the story is. I don't know who's doing what. I mean, frankly, there's even shots in this trailer I saw. I don't even know who's the guy.
That's not true. You know Galadriel is there, and it's Galadriel's show. Come on.
Well, I don't know who's a guy and who's a girl based upon the outfit sometimes. That's
Well,
what
that part is fair, but I'm talking about at least we know for a fact that the blonde-haired white chick is the star.
And look, all I'm saying is that you got to do some pretty bad trailers in order to get Mexican Iron Man not fired up for a blonde chick in her own show. So I'm unimpressed. Am I going to watch it? Yeah. In fact, Mexican Iron Man is so committed, he's going to rewatch his 4K Ultra expanded set over the next week leading up to the debut of this series. Now, my expectations are low. Let us just say that normally I'm a tequila bottle half full kind of guy. Right now, I am a tequila thimble full of optimism. That is about how much optimism I have. But I'm going to watch it, and if it's good, I'm going to say it's good. And if it sucks, I'm going to blow it up from the place that it came.
Okay, I have a question for you and for everybody else on the panel as we go through your thoughts. If you did not know that this was Lord of the Rings, what would you think? If you thought it was just a generic, like if there was no dialogue, if there was no over, talking.
To be
What
honest,
would you
even
do?
with what's here, there's nothing that really stands out to me that's Lord of the Rings-ish.
No, but
Outside
if this was like a new generic fantasy,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
I get I get the question. Mikey, I guess since you're still responding, what would your response be?
Well, that's probably the only reason I am going to watch and take a look at it, because in general, I'm not a fantasy genre kind of guy in general. I mean, I'm just not. I'm not. I didn't play tabletop games. I didn't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't tend to play fantasy games on gaming world. So, but it's Lord of the Rings. I mean, I don't know if I can help but watch it. I am curious. I am interested. But yeah, I'm going to agree with Bobo Yogi that I would concur that it's a Wheel of Time kind of vibes. Look, if it wasn't entitled Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't watch it at all. Frankly, I've not seen anything inspiring, but it is, so I'll watch it. And I'm going in with a thimble full of tequila optimism and my little rabbit chicken tail of wagon.
I will say this much now after you ask that question, Six, even though we haven't got everybody else's response, just going by the varied responses between Mike and the 3 or 4 that I've highlighted already, that's a problem. And they're all different. That's my point. So to me, to answer your question overall, would I watch it? Maybe. And I am a fantasy fan. I do like sword and sorcery type stuff. But to me, it feels more like it'd be a generic D&D show than a Lord of the Rings show. Clobby, what's your response to the trailer and answer to Six's question?
Well, I did like the Peter Jackson movies. Have not read the books since like maybe some of those books anyway, since like the 70s or 80s. So I'm not the biggest mega fan. It's not something that I would have watched either way, but to address it the way Six couched the question, seeing that trailer, it's not something that I would watch, nor would I have anything against it either. It's not really something that I would be that into. So, but knowing that because even knowing that this is Lord of the Rings and knowing what many of the hardcore fans that I do trust who are saying about the way it looks to them, I feel bad for them, but it's not something I was going to watch one way or the other.
All right, Nick.
Well, like Clobby before me, I'm pretty much of the same position, except unfortunately I've never
Wait, is
read
he
the
your
books,
daddy?
but yeah, he might as well be.
I thought Lemmy
I
was.
did see all. Oh yeah, well, well, who said it can't be both? Anyways, I
Nick's
saw
two
all 3
dads.
movies.
Sorry.
Right, I saw all 3 movies in theaters, and I absolutely loved them. You know, got the DVDs, extended editions, all that. So I love the movies. And I was a big fan of the PS2 games, so that's where my knowledge is at, is the movies and the games on PS2. So I was a big fan of those, but I never, unfortunately, went deeper into it. And even though I wanted to, I know, but I was never really interested in what this was going to be when I knew right off the bat, when they heard the words "does it reflect the world we live in," I'm like, oh, here we go again. So I mean, I watched the trailer though, and I mean, even if you take out the Tolkien factor out of it, it to me just looks, besides how it looks cinematically, I guess, which is all right. I mean, I don't hate how it looks on a visual level, but overall, just kind of just like no. That's pretty much at this trailer. Just like, I'm very apathetic with this thing. It's just like I watch and I don't feel mad. I feel nothing with this thing. It makes me very emotionless.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, I mean, I already kind of answered Six's question, but overall, I got to just restate what I did. It just feels so generic that, like, honestly, to expand on that before, I don't even know if this wasn't a D&D or a Ring. I mean, a Ring of Power or Lord of the Rings, and it was like D&D or something else completely new. There's nothing really pulling me in yet. Like, I agree, it looks very expensive. It's probably one of the best looking things I've seen in a while.
For sure.
But again, like I'm taken back to the game we were playing that one night when we was trying to get everybody. I think it was on the dump, where it was like, is this from Rings of Power, the Game of Thrones, or the Wheel of Time? And some people did pretty good, but for the most part, there was still a lot of like, it took people a few seconds to kind of pick them out, except for the gimme ones. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's showing a generic look to it. But again, I'm going to give it a shot. I have very little faith, though. Like, I don't even know if I have a thimble full of tequila of faith like Mikey does. So,
well, Game of Thrones should be right up my alley, but I couldn't get past the brother and sister love in the first episode. And Wheel of Time, I read the books back in the day, and then I watched the show, and then the show was terrible because I loved the books. The show's not really about the books so much. So I guess generic fantasy it's kind of right up my alley. So that's probably why I like the whole sword and sorcery thing. So
yeah. Yep.
See, with sword and sorcery, I'm just gonna look forward to Death Mask from Razor Fist. So that I'm looking forward to reading, and to that I say, God fucking speed. And then somewhere Tom went.
Is everybody on the panel going to watch it? At least the
Yeah.
pilot? Okay.
What are you talking about? Kid?
No.
Are you talking about Rings of Power? I'm going to watch the whole thing. It's only 6 episodes.
No,
I
I
know
think
it's
it's
like
more than
a
that.
lot.
It was
Only
9.
6?
8.
Oh, okay.
It's not more than 8 because the license doesn't let it do more than 8. So what is it? 8?
It has to be more than 4,
Yeah.
but
It's
I
8.
think-
It's gonna. There's
I
no
think
way
it's
it's more
8,
than
yeah.
8.
Can
Because-
someone
I thought
in
it
the
was
chat
10,
correct
but-
us?
No, the
Hey,
license.
Google.
The license has
How
an
many
8
episodes
series.
is Rings of
use
Power?
Goggle.
The license has an 8.
I mean,
8 episodes.
8 episode
See,
restriction.
Mikey's
8
right.
episodes.
Never argue
What
with
are they, an
an
hour each?
accountant when it comes to numbers,
No,
man.
but
That's true.
All right,
I
Zach
can't-
said 8. Thank you, Zach.
I can't
Zach
say
is
I
the
would.
man.
oh, okay.
I
So
probably won't
Zach
watch
says it, and the guy on the panel because he's Mexican. So the Mexican's been saying it, trying to say it for 5 minutes. No one lets me
I
finish.
gave you credit.
And
I
then
gave
when
you credit,
and when
Mike.
then the guy who's been a wrench for 3
I
seconds
gave you
says it.
credit, Mike.
Zach's
Just remember,
been a
I
wrench for
gave you
4
credit.
seconds. The racism.
Mikey, settle down.
Zach, post your channel link. And Zach's is the go-to. He's been my go-to for all this Rings of Power crap. He's been on
He's
top
a
of
goat?
it for a long time.
He's a goat.
Long time.
You said he's a goat too.
Zach, post your channel link in chat, please.
So is he like Goat Boy on SNL?
He's just a cool YouTuber.
No,
Yes.
I know. Zach's is cool shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anything else anybody's got to say about Rings of Power? Because we're like, what, just a couple of days away from this thing dropping, right?
September 1st.
Yeah.
A
Well,
week.
about a week and a half.
Week from tomorrow.
Although most of the trailers are date stamped as per George the Giant Slayer's videos, which have been great by the way lately. But
Mhm.
go watch George the Giant Slayer's YouTube videos; they're freaking
Yeah, I was
awesome.
hoping he'd hop in for that, but
And most of
He's
them are
probably busy.
date stamped September 2nd versus the second.
so how many people though did spend some money online today?
On
Oh, the
Online?
theatrical release of it? Oh.
you mean
Didn't it?
Maverick?
I've been right about
Oh,
this
for the
for how
digital?
long, guys? I called this, so I think I earned myself a little bit of a. I fucking knew it. Go back and check. I've been saying that this is going to
Oh,
drop on
you-
digital on the 23rd. How many times now?
You said this fucking 2 months ago, I think.
Something
Right?
like that, at least, if not
Yeah,
more.
at
Oh my
least
God,
2 months ago, and I'm like, no, they're gonna let it go full. You're like, nope, they're gonna go get that online VO. What do you call it, Tom?
Video on demand.
VOD. That's
But they're actually allowing you to buy it, so you actually get to buy it. So,
I'm gonna
I'm
Yeah,
waiting
so
for
it's
my
yours for how
physical.
long though?
well, this you get the streaming version anyway. So,
Does it ever? Can I ask you a 4K question, Tom?
of course,
Okay, or I don't know if this is a 4K question, but it's a streaming question. Let's say there's a Mexican guy that's gonna buy it. Does it matter if I buy it on Amazon or if I buy it in through my Apple box, my little Apple device?
you know what I like to do, Mike? That helps me have this problem all kind of wrapped up.
Yes,
I
sir?
get movies everywhere, and I tie in all my stuff. So if it's Vudu, Amazon, usually most of them will load it up across the board, no matter where I buy it.
Got
As
it.
long as I sign up through Movies Anywhere. Otherwise, whatever's most versatile for you, right? If you use Apple a lot, if you use Amazon or Vudu a lot, whichever one you use the most or, you can access the easiest, that's the one I'd probably buy it on first. Anyway, but yeah. But no, that's the thing I like to have because if I not every movie is, but like a good portion of the titles, like if I buy it on Vudu, it'll show up anywhere because my Vudu is tied in with my Movies Anywhere, which is also tied in with my Amazon and anything else I want it to be. So yeah.
Have you seen Maverick yet, Tom?
No, I'm actually probably going to watch it tonight.
I'm worried that you won't like it. Yeah,
You're
after all
probably
the
Tom,
hype
if
you
Tom
heard-
doesn't like this movie,
Okay,
Then I
so
don't
Top
blame
Gun
him.
is not eligible. See, that's another thing. I think I wasn't sure if Paramount was one of those. I know Paramount's one that doesn't. I guess you're right. Yeah, Mike, because I think you got to go straight through there.
if Tom
Site to
doesn't
get
like
the
this movie,
damn
then
codes.
I am resigning from Midnight Edge After Dark.
I thought I was the only, I thought I was the only
I
one
wouldn't
that hadn't
bank
seen
on
it.
that.
Oh,
No.
never mind. I was just kidding.
Kidding.
I thought I was the only one that hasn't seen it yet, Tom. I'm
I'll
surprised
probably
at-
like it.
Surprised at you.
I've never been a big Top Gun fan. Like when I was a kid,
neither.
when it came out, like everybody like was like, "Oh my god!" And I'm just like, yeah, but Beverly
Yeah.
Hills Cop 2 and shit like that.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
like,
Which-
you know, like,
those are great too.
I mean, but still, it's like, you know, I don't know. It's just to me, it was like, you know,
I got you.
it was all right. I was just never one into that kind of, like, to me personally, I preferred Iron Eagle story wise. You know, like,
It's just one of those iconic 80s movies.
yeah,
So-
I get it. And I
saw it.
watched it recently and I'm just like, yeah, I see what it's all about. But, you know, it's still one of the
Tom's-
gayest movies ever made.
Tom is a
and
tomophobic.
it's so much better for it.
Tom is a tomphobic. Me too.
Although I'm not sure, I still think we are right, Nick, that Rocky 3 beats it.
Oh, dude, Rocky 3 so much more gay. It's not even close. I mean,
no, it's not. Come on.
Oh, you have no
Dude.
idea.
Oh, you don't.
I know. I saw the show you guys did.
No. You got to understand,
Rocky
Klobby,
3
it's
is not gay.
80s gay. Okay, it's not like flat out like Brokeback
Dude,
Mountain gay.
Rocky and Apollo ran the beach together,
I'm
and
not
they
going there
bumped
with you guys. I
bodies
love that movie
together,
too
No, I know. I'm just
and they watch each other train with their shirts off.
I
They got
know.
so much visual off each other. You can
go
the
see that
sweat coming off
Tarantino
each
speech.
other.
It's
Stop it, Nick.
hilarious. You can still love the movie and laugh about it.
I understand. I understand.
But no, Rocky 3 has a problem. The only reason it wins over the volleyball scene, though, Klobby, is because of the beach scene. In the tighties
Right.
and the bibby
Oh,
shirts.
dude.
Well,
Yeah.
And they're hugging each other and shit. It's just,
Oh,
it's
they
like,
were-
okay, this is gayer than Top Gun now. It's like, and then you got Adrian, who's like, how do I get Rocky's attention? Oh, I'll dress like Mickey.
Yeah, she did, and you know, Rocky didn't care because he wanted
I
Apollo.
love Rocky 3 though.
That's why he had Apollo stand by him.
Okay,
That's
so
what it-
Rocky 3 is
Darling,
more gay than
darling, stand.
Rocky
Yeah,
3 is
they
more
cry
gay
in
than
it.
Top Gun, yet you like that movie more than Top Gun.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. What are you, prejudiced or homophobic?
Oh, what? No.
And 80s gay is awesome, right? Like 80s gay is full
Oh.
of short shorts, bibby tops, and like mustaches and shit.
Oh, dude,
Like
the statues.
YMCA Village People.
Yeah, like Freddie Mercury gay.
Okay.
It's a manly movie. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, he's the manliest gay man I ever seen.
There he
Hey,
is.
George.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, George.
I wouldn't
Hey
fuck
there.
with fucking Freddie Mercury. He probably fucked me up back in the day.
With those
He's
big
big.
chompers.
I think
Oh, he's
George.
tall.
I think George should have to answer the Rings of Power question we posed earlier.
What was it?
Yeah, actually, now that you come back in here, since we haven't moved on, your timing is actually kind of perfect. We watched the new Ring of Power trailer. Have you seen it yet?
Yep.
And your
That
response since
smile.
I heard that expression in his voice. Yep.
You know what the problem is with rings, and I don't think I've expressed this well enough. The entire construct is a lie. The thing that a person wants who's a fan of any series, it doesn't matter if it's Tolkien or Star Wars or Marvel or Merlin, anything, or Conan, is you want to watch something and look up and go, oh, look. That's from the book.
Yes.
That happened in the
Yeah.
comic. And the problem
Yep.
is they've designed something, and this trailer just confirmed it. Since the very first clip, the very first teaser, and all their promotion, they keep showing Galadriel. Forget the fact that they've utterly butchered her. They show her with one thing: she's on a quest for vengeance while searching for evil. And I'm like, really? Why is she on a quest for vengeance? Her brother Finrod was killed by one of Sauron's werewolves. Except elves get to go back to the halls of Mondos, and after a time, they can choose to be reincarnated. The Valar then make them a body identical to what they had. They go back to Valinor, and then they can come back. There's no purpose to it. You could say she was sad he suffered, but he's going to be right back. 100 years, 200 years, but for them, it's a blink. So the very basis of the series is non-existent.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point to it. They've designed someone who is not only antithetical to the character, but is antithetical to the story. Elves did more
That's
in that
exactly
way.
what Siege said. Yeah.
Well, they don't
So
mourn
yeah,
that.
you don't recognize the story. If you're a fan of the book, you don't recognize the story. You just see it as fan fiction.
Well, imagine if you went to go see a heavy metal band and they started singing opera. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually, those two
mean-
can mix pretty good. Maybe you should have found something
In
else.
some ways they have.
no, but I'm talking about like Don Giovanni. Like, there's no metal.
No, I know,
music.
but I
It's
can
just-
still mix those pretty good.
Okay.
Man.
Well, one
No, I'm
band
just
did
picking
do
on you.
that.
Yeah,
from
no,
Italy,
but that's my point. Is so it's like the premise, even the premise of it is a lie. So
Yeah, I
when
get
you
what you're
look at, so
saying,
when you look at the trailer, what do you see? You see characters that have been twisted, and the rest of them are all original. You have what, over 20 original characters. What's the point of it? So this is just an expensive generic fantasy series that they've just slapped Tolkien's name. That's why it's a disgrace. Then you have Bezos, who comes out last week going, "I'm not doing this for a money grab." That to me, that was worse. At least have the balls to be honest and go, "I don't give a shit about Tolkien, and I just simply want to make a ton of cash." I could respect that, because that would be honest. To say he doesn't care about making money. So you're spending $1 billion. And if we use the 3 times multiple that y'all always use for movies, that means he has to clear $3 billion just to break even, right?
He ain't gonna. Well, and this is amortized through the Prime, so that's the
Right.
beauty on that part. But
But
they've
if you-
already spent close to $1 billion. Yeah, that's the
Right.
problem here.
Right.
There's
But
no profit in this. This is all
No.
posterity. This is all. This is just basically so they can say we have a Lord of the Rings show. Is really what it is.
Right. Because I think he wants to just be part. I think he wants to, like, button up his jacket and be able to sit there at the Oscars. Goes, "I am part of the elite studio system." You know what I mean? That's what I get from it. He wants. Look, they're giving away free tickets. Free tickets for what? Because they know that their numbers on premiere night, they've helped butcher that, because they changed the release date. Except when you look at this trailer, what does it say at the end? September 2nd. Except the premiere is September 1st. So it's like, okay, so how many of the audience are not going to tune in?
I think that theatrical deal is actually they can't charge anybody. Is the point?
No, it is free, but I think they're going to.
No, I
use
mean
that
like
to,
legally because
they're
of the
gonna,
whole
right, because of the new
license.
Right. No, but I think they're doing the cinema deal so they can pad their numbers, because who's not going to take a free ticket? I mean, people take free stuff all the time. They're going to pack the theater, even
Here's
people
the
who don't
thing,
know.
George, with the ticket, if you take a free ticket, you still want to go because you don't lose any money, because you can
Right.
still watch it at home. So
Yeah.
there's no obligation to go when you haven't spent any money. It's like, okay, I have this free ticket, so I can get off the couch and go to a theater. Like, don't get me wrong, and
Yeah.
I say this as a theater goer, but
Yeah.
considering my lack of interest, and I don't even know if I'll watch it on my couch on my own TV. But so I'm just saying, there's no obligation there, even though it's free. I get how it sounds. Oh,
Right.
yeah, we'll pack this place because it's free. But
Aren't they also
can
giving
still
away
not
like a
turn up
$10
because of
voucher
that.
for snacks and
For,
shit
yeah,
too?
that's why I say they're really, and there's supposed to be more freebies that happen. That's the rumor. Once you
It's a
get there.
promotional deal is what it is, and that's how they're. But my point is, they can't actually. They would, I'm sure, charge for it if they could.
Right,
Because
but
they could recoup some costs. But yeah,
what I'm worried about is they're going to use that to pack their numbers. I just think so.
you know what they can do, George, is they can use like the voucher as a write off. There's a
Okay.
few other things that they can do. I don't know, Mikey, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like tax wise.
Well, this is a promotional expense.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just find the whole thing disingenuous. If they had turned around and made a generic fantasy series, I would be all for it, because I love fantasy. If they had turned around and said inspired by, I could even
yeah.
kind of deal with that. But when they keep coming around with the cast, and they come around with the showrunners who are like, we go back to the book, go back to the book, go back to the book. We're honoring Tolkien. We respect. No, you don't. If you respect Tolkien, you don't make the decisions you've made. It's just, that's it. That's it. What's
they
your
just
favorite
know-
series is Jaws. Isn't it Tom Jaws and Ghostbusters?
Well, as far as what now?
Your favorite films are Jaws and Ghostbusters.
Well, Jaws is my first. Yeah, Jaws would be first.
Right,
Then Ninja
right,
Turtles and Ghostbusters
Right.
definitely in
Okay.
the top 10. Yeah.
Well, what if they remade it today?
Oh, well, they already did that to Ghostbusters.
Not
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. I'm talking about Jaws. What if they remade it today, right?
Oh.
But they butchered the entire thing. Your race.
Well, that's what they would do anyway. But yeah.
So my point is that honoring something, like, you honor it. I mean, I know it's simplistic, but you're supposed to be faithful to it as close as you can. Now, Peter Jackson, I loved his trilogy, and a lot of people give me shit for that, because I understand what he tried to do, because he honored the heart of the story. He made a lot of changes to the canon. He did. He left and right. Yeah.
That would be if they made Jaws now.
Well, Jaws, they didn't exactly honor Peter Benchley when they made
No.
Jaws.
No,
No,
but
they
that's one I
didn't.
will argue
But-
that Spielberg understood what was more important to me. I actually like the movie story better than the book.
It is better. The book.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. The book is shit.
And the book wasn't out that long before the film was made either. I mean, it was brand new.
No, yeah, like they got an early copy of it, and that's where they bought it. But yeah,
Right.
no, like I agree where you're coming from, George, and I agree.
Sure.
I agree. Like, and that's the thing. And Six asked the important question earlier, like if this was a generic show, would you have a problem? And you kind of already
Wow.
answered that, so I don't even have to ask you that.
Yeah,
but
not at all.
that is the problem we have here, in that it is not right. It is supposed to be Lord of the Rings. You have Amazon trying to sell this idea that it's attached somehow to Peter Jackson, and they have tried to kind of dance around that as legally as they can. And
But
just
you
like,
know-
go
Sorry.
ahead.
No. You're on a roll. I was just wanted to add to it. But they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, because they both say it has nothing to do with his, but it does. It's a prequel, but it isn't. We can't have anything to do with him, but we're using New Line Cinema's Balrog. We're working with some of the armor sets that Weta used, but we're doing it in a cheaper manner. Have you seen if you go to the trailer, see where Galadriel's character walks onto the ship? I think they show that in this one again. And you'll see the elves in armor. And you notice that's a t-shirt. It's actually not armor. I mean, it's cheaply done. I'm like, where the fuck is the $1 billion
I
being
need
spent?
You got to find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
It's
you got a
either-
picture of that, that'd be
Hold
awesome.
on. I'll get it for you.
Because like that reminds me about how like when they did the old Planet of the Apes movies, where they would just have like the Don, like literally for the background characters, they would go down and buy Don Post masks from the previous Apes movies and throw them on the background actors.
Wow.
Hey, at least those I think came from some of the original molds, right, Kalabi? So like,
Yes.
so at least
got a
there's
little less believable.
some pedigree to them.
I don't understand where the money went. Some of the wire work looks really cheesy.
Here's the thing: they're saying they spent $1 billion on this, and
Okay,
They
here it
didn't.
is. Go to who has the trailer?
I have it here somewhere. What's up?
Go to 27 seconds in.
Exactly. Okay.
Yep. Look at the guy to her left, the two soldiers.
Okay, hang on. Let me share this.
That's not scale armor. That's a t-shirt.
Let's see this.
Not the armor shoulders, the shirt. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see what you're saying here. Okay.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I've even found it online. And if you keep going forward to the next second, you'll get a better shot. No, then
That's-
yeah, click forward to the next second. Just 27.
George, did you watch this trailer in slow motion for like 5
Yeah.
hours?
Oh no, I watched it because I'm pissed off at what they're doing. How come yours isn't showing the bottom? I don't understand. I'm looking at it now, and it shows his waist and below. How come yours isn't showing?
Because
the
you're
waist?
looking at maybe you're looking at a different aspect ratio. Do they have a different version of the trailer? Maybe.
I went to Prime Video. It's the one from August 23rd today, and it says Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power official trailer.
Go share your screen. We'll bring it up.
Okay, I'll bring it here. So what happened is when you look at it, oh, here we go. No.
Unless it'll give us a black screen, we'll see here.
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
And I'm like, when I saw that, I was just like, damn. I mean, how cheap can you be?
A corporation being cheap?
I know, but
Unheard of.
you saw,
Oops,
whoa,
sorry,
you
Tom.
just had it. What?
Oh, shit. Sorry, Tom. Go.
Mikey Andre rule.
Sorry.
Okay,
I forget. I forget.
let me see if I can get it bigger.
I forget.
Well, maybe it's because
That's what
you know
she
why?
said.
I was watching it off a different channel. That might be why the time count might be
Okay, do you
different.
see that? That's a shirt. That's not. That's
Yeah,
a
I see
shirt
what you're
point.
saying.
That's a t-shirt because you look at his elbows. That's not scale armor. They're trying to convince you that's like a printed shirt with printed scales. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
you're
the-
right. Okay, I see where you're coming from, George. I get it now. You make a great point. Holy
Jesus, I'm gonna
crap.
wear. I'm gonna wear
cannot
more.
see that.
I'm gonna wear more armor when I go shooting on Saturday at the range.
Right. That's why I said when you see stuff like this, and if they chinced out on that, come on.
George,
got
we
me
want
a
to tell
like
a
a
third
five-hand-
story.
Typical
Yeah.
Hollywood
Third
production
story.
accounting. What I've always found is that if there's the budget for X number of dollars, they find a way to spend X number of dollars, and it's usually the production is usually people's pockets usually are at the top of the list.
Now I know this sounds like I'm nitpicking, but the devil's
It
in the
does.
details. When you look at something like this, you ask if they're not going to. But see, Peter Jackson, they had artisans, craftsmen. They didn't 3D print crap. They didn't. They wanted to create a living, real world, and that's why it felt differently. And when he altered the canon, it didn't impact people in the same way. But I say the devil's in the details because if they're not going to pay attention to something like that, what else have they done? And then you put that together with the way they've treated Galadriel, the way that they're treating Elrond, and on and on and on and on. I mean, she's not supposed to be in Numenor. She never went to Numenor. Wasn't there. You know, Tarmiriel was not a queen. She had her crown and her throne taken by her husband. That's what makes her tragic. They were first cousins, or first or second, and Farazan basically forced her to marry him. He marries her, takes her crown, and takes her throne. Yeah. And now they've flipped that. So that's why I'm focusing on that detail almost like as a foundation to show the rest of the series is butchered. You got Galadriel wielding a 5-handed sword. I mean, like, I saw that scene and I went through Underworld late last night because they've used that again in some of the clips they've released. It's identical to the first Underworld where Wiseman, the director, had the main character. I forgot the one who Kate Beckinsale played when she flies through the air and kills Victor by cutting him in half. I was like, okay, so now they're copying shots for cheaper movies. Anyway.
Yeah. But no, actually, you're going to be hopping on tomorrow morning with us, so you'll actually probably get deeper into this with Andre.
Okay.
But no, we'll have more to say about this, but let's move on a little bit here. We got some super chats to get through and some other news. Excuse me. Before we do get started, I got some toys.
Presents. Tom got some presents.
See, I got a Godzilla.
Ooh,
oh, nice.
Hey.
Ooh,
And I got a Kong, but look at this. It comes with a Tom Cruise figure in there.
A what?
And then here's one I'm going to open right now. This
I got given
McFarlane's.
Yep, I got that as a
McFarlane's
birthday
line.
present last week, and the
Hey, that's nice.
Did you get the Supermobile, dude? It's great. Now that
No, they didn't have that at the store, sadly. They
well,
just
this
had
one
these.
here, it's kind of close. It's not exactly a replica, but the other Superpowers figures McFarlane did are really not. They're really puzzling because they're not. I mean, they did
When's your
John
birthday?
Stewart. I'm sorry.
Is it your birthday?
Oh, that was last week, but I think Tom's is right now, right? No, it's
Well,
right
happy
now,
birthday.
right? Oh, thanks. I got a Supermobile. It's
Sweet.
ooh, I was about to warn you about that thing.
The best
that
part
clip for
is,
the cape.
yeah, I'm a grown-up kid, so I can buy stuff whenever I want if I have the money. So
Look at that.
like,
It's this. It doesn't look exactly like the original, but it's pretty good.
they're a little bit bigger. I noticed Michael over at oops, I just lost his cape. I noticed Michael at Retro Blasting was saying the size difference was odd.
Well, also, Dark Side looks
Size
terrible.
difference.
Dark Side sucks, and let's see, they did. Batman doesn't look anything like the Superpowers Batman at all, but the Supermobile and the Batwing look good. McFarlane's a midget.
I do like the cape on there.
I don't like that it has
I
the
like
hole
the
in the
cape.
cape now.
Yeah, they put that little hole in the cape like you know when you buy clothes and it's got that little.
Why ain't the arms supposed? They
Plastic
don't have
thing
the
to it.
action on them.
No,
Well, that's bullshit. That's
he
lame.
did not. He didn't copy them exactly.
Yeah, they don't look for this actually kind of reminds me more
That's
of
the
the
best one.
animated series than it does.
Hold him up to the camera again and put your hand behind it so that he'll be in focus.
I don't have autofocus, I don't think. I've tried it a million times. It doesn't do
okay.
anything. Yeah, I don't think it works.
You take a piece of cardboard, no?
Yeah.
No, I just don't think I have autofocus on this cheap
Okay.
bitch. It's a cheap fucking camera. I gotta get a new one.
Dark Side was disappointing, and
Yeah, this is kind of disappointment.
they did John Stewart instead of Hal for some reason. I don't know. I mean,
Oh, imagine
I
my
was-
shock. They put out a Hal Jordan movie. They put out a Hal Jordan figure, and they're releasing Hal Jordan comics
Yeah.
now. Totally not a sign. Totally a
The card-
coincidence.
the card art looks just like the old figures card art, but the figures not
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, they're a little bigger than I remember too.
Man, this
All
is-
right.
But
We
the
got some
Supermobile's
Batman
great.
news. We heard Matt Tomlinson is going to be writing on the Batman 2. Now you may not, or Mattson Tomlin. Sorry, Mattson Tomlin. So this is kind of coming out of nowhere. It feels like screenwriter Mattson Tomlin is once again heeding the call of the bat signal. Tomlin is reteaming with Matt Reeves to write the Batman 2, the follow-up to Reeves' well-received Robert Pattinson starring take on the Caped Crusader that proved to be a hit with audiences. They're just getting going on this now after all this time. That's dumb. Plot details are being kept in the Batcave because they have no clue what they probably are yet. Here's the thing, though. Tomlin worked on the Batman coming in during the development when third act issues arose, although he did not receive screenwriting credit, which Reeves shared with Peter Craig. This time around, Tomlin is coming on at the ground floor. Here's my problem with this. If this guy is the guy who supposedly, quote-unquote, fixed the third act, it's pretty much universal, among those who love the film, that the third act is a problem.
Oh, my God. Really?
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. We got we got multiple problems here. Scroll down.
Okay.
A little bit, please, sir, if you don't mind, just briefly. What I thought, what is this multi-picture deal thing?
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that, sir.
I thought he was out because they canceled the animated thing yesterday.
No, that's JJ you're thinking of. That's Matt Reeves. We're going to get into that.
I hate this guy.
Yeah. And I can see where you can get them confused because they're very similar.
I hate this. Okay, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Okay, so anyhow, basically, I'm sure the same thing from, and again, I never said that the Batman 2 was never happening. What I had said was they had gotten stipulations. It had to be shorter. It couldn't be as dark. Some of those kind of things. And it does sound like the Penguin's still moving forward. And so I'm going to go by what I was told before, and that was the Penguin's going to be a bit of a barometer for the Batman 2. So I wouldn't necessarily say this thing has a green light yet, and not necessarily going to be in theaters. I wonder if they'll gauge whether or not it'll turn up on HBO Max, because the only reason I see this movie happening is because it was one of those films on HBO Max when it dropped that did very well for them. So,
did you say it's a Penguin film, you mean?
No, they got a Penguin miniseries coming out with Colin Farrell.
Okay.
Literally nobody asked for that.
Oh my goodness.
The answer to that is really just
Batman. They always have to do all the peripheral characters and never do anything with Batman.
There all these things that they're doing. There's like, not everyone needs to have a deep story. Some people, it's good to just have a little air of mystery around it, and they're ruining the idea of mystery. Like, especially the internet's already done that as far as celebrities go. But now they're doing with every character, having them have a extending arc. It's like, yeah, it's nice to see fleshed out characters, but not every single character on the planet needed it. Like, we're getting that much closer to the guy who's the mechanic at Lucius Fox's studio in Dark Knight Returns is going to have his own. That's where we're getting at. Lucius Fox's butler soon. What was it like before he became the butler for Lucius Fox? Like, this is how close we are with this ridiculousness. It reminds me when Sony were going to do an Aunt May movie. Then they denied it. And then the leaks came out like a week or two later showing that they were talking about it. And then they even wanted to do a movie on fucking Arcade. I'm like, dude, I love my Z-list Spider-Man villains. We don't need a freaking villain movie on Arcade. We don't need one on Slide. And Klobby knows how much I love Slide.
I know you like Slide.
I don't want a Slide movie.
Well, George has got to leave us here. But did you have anything to say about this, George, before you head out, or anything to plug?
No, I was shocked that they. I thought they were going. I don't understand. This is where I just don't understand. Why would they do a 3-picture deal with him, but then not use him for anything else? I mean, it's like they're repeating the Christopher Nolan thing.
He's getting a what?
I read that they're going to complete the trilogy with Pattinson.
Yes.
Right. And then he's done.
Tom, are you telling me, okay, I've been offline for about last night till, oh my God, what am I reading here?
Right. So he's going to do the next 2 films and then he's done. I thought the whole point was to build a universe.
Well, there's more to this, and we actually have a video coming out. Again, I'm still not going to say that the Batman 2 is happening, because notice he has a overall film and TV deal with Warner Brothers.
Right.
I've been kind of under the idea that this Penguin thing wasn't going to happen, and if it did happen, I was told that it might gauge whether or not the Batman 2 happens.
Okay.
And in this case, I wouldn't even be surprised if they're going to gauge whether or not it even just goes straight to HBO Max. But here's the thing: he said reset, right? And the fact that this happened, this choice happened.
No.
This tells me that anybody who had
no.
any thinking that the Snyderverse was coming back,
no.
I tell you right now, do not get your hopes up. I'm not saying it's dead, but this is a sign that they're moving on to other things
Because
eventually.
I thought they're bringing Batfleck back.
Well, you know, for 2 movies, it could just the Flashpoint could be just to end the whole fucking DC universe as we know it, and then the next 2 Batman movies will be like a bridge until they work things out on the other end.
Yeah.
Because here's the other problem we have here, and this is something I've been told before too. Matt Reeves has a J.J. Abrams deal with these fucking characters, meaning if he uses one of these bad guys, any character that's not a main Batman stable character like Batman, Bruce Wayne, Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, etc. So basically all the villains.
Right.
Like, so right now that means the Penguin is off limits to anybody else. We'll never see Batfleck face Penguin.
Well,
Because he's off limits to any other Batman iteration.
God, are you telling me he's doing this typical JJ carve-out horse shit?
Yes.
Yep.
And that's another reason why I was told that there was such a different take on the Riddler, because Warner Brothers wouldn't let him have carte blanche on the original version just in case they wanted to use that version again later on. So he did the 10%, 25, actually more like 75% different version of fucking Riddler.
Wow.
For that specific reason. But this tells me that the Penguin is off limits for anybody else to use.
Wow. And Zaslav
And that's probably why they had to cut the Joker out at the end too.
And Zaslav can't change that?
He might be able to, but it depends on the contract. See, this is the thing. The original contract was before this. So I don't know.
They can't just buy out these contracts and go, we're done with you. We're doing our own thing now.
I sure hope this mother effer isn't kissing ass to freaking Zaslav.
Here's the thing I'm worried about. I think Alan Horn is telling Zaslav bad things.
I think you're right.
I think he's leading him down a bad path. I think he convinced him that you've lost Nolan, you've lost a couple other important people to Warner Brothers. You need to build a stable, and this guy is one of them that you should have. Because this guy, unfortunately, has a J.J. Abrams career where he's come into other people's franchises and managed to be successful within, because he came into the Apes movies late. Right? Yeah. He directed the Cloverfield film was his first claim to fame. He directed the first Cloverfield film. And
isn't
he
this
did
the Planet
Apes
of the
films,
Apes guy?
He did the second and third Planet of the Apes films, yes.
Second, third, yeah.
Yeah, and for him, luckily they were successful. But like I said, he plays the JJ game. And that's where I feel like, and this is just me speculating, I wonder if this news the other day coming out about the Batman 2 not happening was somebody within his camp putting that shit out there so they could vie for a better deal. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Gotcha.
His people probably got wind that they were interested in picking up the option for Batman 2 and 3. And so he probably had his people put out there that the movie wasn't happening. And you notice recently he had said that, we haven't even started on the script yet. So it could be years before we get to it.
Wow.
And Alan Horn used to be great back in the day, but I'm seeing a lot of the classic mistakes all of a sudden pop up that Warner Brothers started making back in the early 2000s and late 90s. All of a sudden here. And I'm just like scratching my head. So yeah, a lot of these changes I think are good. Like all this slashing of all these stupid shows and movies that are not going to do anything good for them in the long run is a great move. This, on the other hand, to me is a move in the wrong direction. But this is why I was telling people a long time ago, if you want the Snyderverse to continue, do not go see this movie. Because now the $770 million that this movie made at the box office has now confused the situation.
Right, because he's like he's not unsuccessful enough to get canned, but he's almost successful enough that you got to keep him around.
And not just that, it also makes them see that the Snyderverse is not as big a deal as people think.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You're right.
Because more than enough people were willing to go see this movie that didn't give a shit about the Snyderverse.
So I didn't see this movie in vain then. Good.
Oh man.
Okay, Clobby, right now is not the time.
This would be one movie and we would never hear from Battinson ever again.
That's what I thought. That's what I was hoping. But thank you, Tom, for having me. It's great to see you, Six, and Clobber, and Nick, and Mexican Ironman. I got to get going. I'm grateful that y'all had me on. I always love being with y'all.
Take care, man.
George.
I will
See you tomorrow.
See you
always.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I see Yellow Flash is happy about
Yeah.
this. And, hey, if
Well,
you're
I
a fan
agree
of the
with him on
Batman,
that. I agree with him on the Snyderverse. I actually
the
agree with
Snyderverse
him
part,
on
yeah.
Snyderverse.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was-
care
To
about
me,
it.
that's just it's just the Batmanson's just a more polished turd. It's still shit. Well,
Right.
the
And I'm just
Snyderverse is
curious-
like the filthier shit.
Yeah.
I agree. It was trash.
Yeah, I
Thank
agree with you on that part, Yellow Flash. The Snyderverse was trash, F him
Yeah.
and his vision. But this is another reason why I've been so...
My vision.
Well, a lot of the people I've talked to, they've been very... They would never mention Snyderverse, and if I'd ever bring it up, they'd be like, yeah, that's not quite a thing. Or they kind of, would skirt around it a little bit. Or they would just start flat out saying that, yeah, that they got what they wanted and it wasn't good enough. So that's why they're just kind of like, fuck it. They see the Snyder fans as a bunch of entitled kids who got their way and still weren't happy. That's
Hey.
the way they see it.
Hey, that is an absolutely accurate statement.
You know, I'm going to defend it as
I mean,
much as
I'm
I
not
might
saying
defend you.
I don't like what you said, Tom, but it's 100% accurate because that's me.
Well, and that's the thing. Sorry, and go ahead. You were gonna say something, Clobby. Actually, sorry.
I don't know. I was going to say, well, I don't know. I thought, weren't they happy when they got their terrible Snyder cut?
Ouch.
I thought they were happy. I mean, look, they've
That's
been
kind of
horrible
the
to
way
me.
Warner's is seeing it too. They're like, yeah, as soon as that happened, they still didn't stop the attacks. They still didn't stop the campaigns.
I thought they
you
did. I
know.
don't know. I thought they were all
No.
happy after that.
No, it was now they want the air cut. Now they want the Snyderverse restored. I mean, Ann Sarnoff said right
Yeah.
away that that's not going to happen.
Give an inch, they
Um,
want a mile, huh?
And like I said, the Batman caused confusion within the ranks. Like there were enough people that if the Batman would have flopped, then that would have been clear that people want the Snyderverse back. But since the Batman did as well as it did, that sent them the message that people don't really care that much.
Man, it's a problem.
They just
when
only give a shit about
Batman-
seeing like Batman. Yeah, like that's all they care about.
Batman barely, and I don't know. Corona is not to blame, not any of that. But Batman couldn't even pull what? Not even 800 worldwide, and that was, God, I can't believe I'm saying that. It was even less than BVS, even though it was a better movie, not by much.
The thing Matt has going for him in that respect is that the movie was 3 hours long. So they could make the argument that maybe if it was 2 hours, they could have made a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, see that's the thing. Like we've seen movies that do well, and make gangbusters numbers with 3 hours. I mean, let's not forget. Didn't Dark Knight
I think it's a
Rises
piss
hit $1
poor
billion?
excuse,
And
yeah.
that
Well,
was
not only that,
around 230.
The Batman
240.
had no competition. There was nothing else really out at that
Yeah.
time.
Even
Literally.
more reason why I should have made even more money.
Right.
And
Yeah, so
if also if it was that good, let's be real here. Top Gun Maverick has had we'll say a healthy amount of competition over the summer, and it's still kicking ass and taking names. It's now making more money back to where Love and Thunder and Jurassic World and the Minions, which even Minions has done really well. It Top Gun stood the test of time. That's when you know you have a damn good flick, when you can have all that competition come out and you're still putting out better and bigger numbers and still in the box office. Like at my local theater, it's still playing. It's still playing and people are still going. Like I haven't gone. I'm satisfied with my 2 viewings. But it just people are still turning up for it. And that's a sign, man. That's huge. And it outgrows The Last Jedi. It outgrows Infinity War's domestic numbers. It's going to
surprisingly, Jurassic did pretty good last week considering it was already out on video.
Oh, Dominion's already out on video?
Yeah, they dropped it like out of nowhere
What,
last week.
physical or digital?
Yeah. No, both. Well, digital was out
really?
already a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was still playing well. And it was right behind Top Gun this weekend, I think.
Mhm.
Like dead right behind. Like just like barely made like not even I think 500,000 less. Yeah, even though that came out a week ago to today, it's still doing pretty well. So yeah, they just dropped it. Nobody said anything about it. Came out. It came out so quickly that Amazon, all their shipments of it were late by a day or two.
Wow.
Well, they originally had it released when you would pre-order it on Amazon. I think they had the release date at like January 2.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like December or January or something like that. Yeah. And they had the same thing for Top Gun until recently when they now have updated it to November 1st for the disc. But I knew that the digital version was coming today because that was the original deal with Tom Cruise. So, go ahead, Clappy, before I grab
I
that.
was saying, Yellow Flash. I was going to see the Dragon Ball Superhero. That's playing at the theater now. My son really liked it.
That did very well this weekend.
And
I seen.
That's doing pretty well. I've heard about.
Yeah, that's going to do good, solid like numbers for as far as American movies go. It'll do good. Dragon Ball. It's obviously it's got a dedicated audience and they're liking it too. There, from what I'm seeing, like my brother is very knowledgeable on the anime stuff. He's very deeply knowledgeable. And he liked it, and he's really happy about it. Him and his friends are already talking about going in for seconds and thirds, even. So
my son liked it also.
So and that's good. That's good for that movie. People are going to movies and they're liking movies, and when they like the movie, they'll go see it again
and take their friends.
Say, hey, dude, it's Friday night. Let's go get the guys together and go see Dragon Ball, and that's great. That's what we want is movie theaters to succeed.
And that's what Marvel and the Batman and those kind of movies were missing, right? Like that's the thing. They had the initial viewing, but what they didn't have is the friends coming back with the friends, dragging your buddies and your family members and shit like that, because that's usually, that's what Top Gun did. That's what, you had people go, oh, you got to come see it, and so people would take their friends, and then of course, they would take their family, and it was a movie that like a lot of older demographics went to see as well. So, you do that, and you get a good variation in the audience, a diverse audience. Imagine that. The Waltman says, and during the Gamescom in Germany, I did see this. They announced Killer Clowns from Outer Space multiplayer game. Not only that, the 4K is coming as well from Arrow. I seen. Killer Clowns, which is funny because Sci-Fi went and bought the rights to that a while back, but they didn't do anything with it. So I wonder if the Kyotos went and got it back. Tiger Valley 62 is now a member. Thank you for being a member. Gonzalo Bergali says, didn't Andre already told you? You're definitely watching it for the channel. I think so. I don't think I can avoid it. Lost for Words sent in a super sticker, and it happens to be a Keep It Up pair, lifting weights. Thank you for that. I do need to do that. I should. Then we got Mecha J here who says, other fantasy genre news, filming has begun on the Red Sonja movie. Yes, it has. We have a video coming of that very, very, very soon. In fact, that's what I'm probably be working on as soon as I get off here. And then I'm going to watch Top Gun. Professor Gray says, how do they spend $1 billion and look generic? The generic aspect, at least in the way I say it, is it doesn't have anything that pulls me in that says, oh, that's Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by generic. As far as the look of it wise, oh yeah, it looks gorgeous. I mean, granted, there's a few things that like George was nitpicking on, which I understand, but for the most part, you can see where they spent a bunch of money on this fucking thing. But there's nothing for me to grasp onto. There's no characters they're giving me, no story, nothing, right? Like you go off to the original Lord of the Rings, just in them, like let's say, for instance, just for example, the trailer for the Two Towers or the Return of the King. You probably got the hobbits in the trailer, Gandalf, Gollum, Saruman, the Eye, all kinds of shit that when you see them instantly, you go, that's Lord of the Rings, right? Kind of like how Darth Vader and the droids are synonymous with Star Wars. Just certain things that kind of pull you into it. And that doesn't mean I necessarily want member berries, but there's still things about it that make it feel like the thing it is. And surprisingly, like of all the Disney Star Wars movies, I will agree, Rogue One felt the most like a Star Wars movie. And that's getting re-released this stuff in about a month on IMAX to help promote Andor, I believe. So if you guess what, kids, the best Disney Star Wars film is getting re-released in theaters because there's nothing else coming out.
As an editor, is this the trailer you would have cut? Because I don't think it is.
This is probably, I'm with 6 in a sense of this is probably the best of the trailers so far because this one kind of swung her back around. But it's still not giving me enough personally to go like, yeah, I want to check that out. You know what I mean? Like, give me a story, give me a character to want to get to know or something like that. Galadriel is kind of treated just like you can kind of already see where the arc's going, and it's just that woke telegraphed bullshit. I can just see it coming from a mile away. You can almost smell it.
Yep.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope 6 is right, that it's something we can all enjoy, and it's just
hold on. I'm not simping for this.
I know you're not simping for it, but you have high hopes. You have high hopes. I know that.
I know, but it's still, it's not going to change the story.
Fair.
It's the cinematography is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
really what I'm saying.
Would nudity help? Probably.
Well, it depends.
I don't really know Lofty because you haven't had me on in so long. I never really got to meet Lofty. I think I've only talked to him once. But yeah.
Well, okay. What percentage of people who are going to watch Rings of Power, including the hate watchers, what percentage of those people do you think have read the appendices?
Very few, because I've never read them, actually. I've read the main books in The Hobbit, and I think I tried to read the Silmarillion, and I just, I'm like, oh my God, fuck this.
Well, that's what they rely on. They rely on a bunch of normies to watch and just accept it for what it is. So that's what they're banking on. And trust me, like at my place of employment, people were talking about the Rings of Power since it's coming out soon, and they're talking about how it looks so great. And I didn't butt in or say anything. I just kind of let them have it. I don't got anything to counter it. I don't got anything to counter because I'm not that well versed. But obviously, I've watched George's videos, Gary's videos, so I've seen that. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to play on the next few weeks.
Look who's here.
And there's a wild casino.
Wow, he actually showed up for an evening.
Let me guess, he was off watching Top Gun 12 times today.
No, I thought we were wrapping up. And so
I didn't even know Culture still came on Midnight Sage After Dark.
He's too good for us, like VR.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, you actually read your contract?
I did.
He has a contract?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it, Mike. This is just in case you don't show up. I fine him.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No.
Sweet.
I'm here. I got everything done. I'm not gonna get in trouble with the boss, and I'm here so I don't get fined. So.
Tom, let me be the enforcer here. Culture, let me help you understand something. See that guy up above you? Look up. See that guy? That's who you need to start using the word boss with, buddy.
Actually, that's not true. His boss is still his boss. I think that she outranks me by quite a bit.
She outranks me by quite a bit.
Because, I was going to say, she could make him sleep in a car. The worst I can do is dock him money that I never pay him.
Yeah, I haven't got paid yet, but I'm told I will get money. Although I'm getting fined often, so I don't know. It could happen.
I'm just waiting for that YouTube money.
Me too.
Culture, I'm glad to see you whenever you show up.
As am I.
I'm just grateful to be here. I've been listening.
Yellow Flash is coming.
Yellow Flash. I hate
He's on fire tonight.
Yeah. Hey,
Yellow 70s.
Flash. Yellow Flash. Look what I got.
Oh my gosh. Some booze.
What that is?
Hibiki?
That's Hibiki.
Hibiki?
Wow.
Yep. Japanese Harmony. This is a yummy whiskey.
It's a whiskey.
Whiskey
in the jar.
Whiskey in the jar.
Ooh, yeah, I got.
So we'll have to see about this other deal here. But you were saying something there. Go ahead.
No, nothing important. So hey, so you guys want to talk about House of the Dragon?
No.
Oh, okay.
This isn't no House of the Dragon zone. Sorry.
You talking about the Hulk? She-Hulk?
Oh boy.
No, She-Hulk tonight. No, we talked about Lord of the Rings, unfortunately, and then we talked about the Batman before that.
Oh,
and I'm in the middle of super chats now.
Did you watch the latest the trailer thingy? From.
Oh my God! This is what happens when you show up an hour late.
Yes, we watched the trailer. Culture.
What did you think of it, Culture?
I still don't know what it means. I don't know what it's going to be, and I don't care.
It's about wham and power. Get it with it.
Well, I know that, but I mean, they have done nothing to make it worth my while to see. They've gone out of their way to show me that it's not going to be interesting, and that's a lot.
Are you going to give it 3 episodes?
Of course.
Okay.
He'll watch the whole thing. Who's he kidding?
If you don't like it, he's going to give it the old.
I will tell you.
3-finger.
Exactly.
Thingy.
Yeah.
What he's going to do is he's going to watch it and every week release a 24-minute video about how it's different than Indian cinema.
RRR is so much better. He'll keep saying
there is yes. RRR is one of the best things this year, indeed. No arguments. Look, it's the same thing I did today. I released a video. Wasn't gonna made it 2 days ago after I watched the stupid House of whatever dragon things. I didn't think it was gonna like put it out, but I did, You know, the boss and I are gonna, you know, get the rest of the She-Hulk thing done today. So tomorrow will be a She-Hulk video before we get the new She-Hulk tomorrow night. And the boss, you guys will hear the boss for the first time.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we're going to chatter about the She-Hulk thing. We have not compared notes yet, so that we don't spoil.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Yeah, so we don't
But
spoil it.
let's get to super chats here.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll shut up. Okay.
Amplify Create says, I dare straight guys who love art films to watch Call Me By Your Name and not feel deeply emotionally with almost joyous melancholy. Euphoric sadness, treat the characters as simply human beings, and it'll be life affirming. I have not seen it, but I've heard things about it. Amplify.
I saw that a while back, years ago.
2017, I think it came out.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So there you go. There's a recommendation. I don't have a button for that. I got a Chris recommends, but not a button for that.
You need a culture recommends.
We
need culture to show up.
Well, all culture would be recommending would be Top Gun. Jim Watari sends in money for Mexican Iron Man's therapy. He probably will need it at some point.
So that was Call Me By Your Name?
Call Me By Your Name, yeah. Jack White says, did you guys see the reports of how much the newest One Piece movie is making? If not, look into it now. I have not.
My son's looking forward to that one. He loves One Piece. That's coming to theaters soon, I believe. Over here. I believe soon.
Huge.
Are you Googling, Tom?
Trying to, but Google don't like me.
What?
Evidently, there's too many of these movies for me to look up.
Must be doing very well.
Japanese box office.
72.8 million in Japan.
Yeah.
9.28 billion yen.
One Piece film Red. 7 days ago, it had made 1.49 billion yen.
Whoa.
72.8 million worldwide. Not bad.
It was 37.5 million as of 7 days.
Did you say 48 million?
It's at 78 million worldwide now.
Yeah, it's probably even bigger than that. Let's see. Where are we at?
Where are you getting that?
The film bypassed
72 I got from Wikipedia.
The film passed 8 billion yen, and that was on the 18th, which was 4 days ago.
Yeah, I got 9-point-something billion yen over here.
Yeah, so it's doing pretty
Good
well.
for them.
I see 67 million.
That must be last week's and hasn't updated yet.
Yeah.
Because I had 72.
This is I don't know.
Might be. Jack White says, check out Yu Yu Hakusho. Hakusho? How do you say that, Mikey?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Great series. All right. There you go. And then we have, I'm sure it is. Then we have 70s rock fan who says, I want Bat Tom origin movie where he is carved from a single block of Wisconsin cheese. This is true.
And then he's imbued with what? Anthropomorphized human traits?
You know, speaking of cheese, I got a real life Tom and Jerry situation going on in my house, and my fucking cat has been fired twice in the last 3 days.
So it's not gotten the mouse?
He did, but he let it go.
Wow,
What?
It's a toy.
Then the little fucker, I think, jumped up in my couch. So now I got a possibly dying mouse up in my couch.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Why is he dying?
I know. Well, because he fucked with him enough, and I thought he was dead, so I went to grab him, and then the fucker took off. And then he caught him again, and then he let him go. And it was like, you're fucking fired again, asshole. That's his name.
What cat catches a mouse then lets it go? Was it too much energy exerted?
Well, he was fired the other night because I'm sitting there watching TV. All of a sudden, across my kitchen floor goes this little mouse.
Wow.
Fat little fucker. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? The whole time I've been here, never seen a mouse. Never seen so much more than maybe a couple bugs here and there once in a great while, you know? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, you're fucking fired, cat. Because I woke him up. I'm like, go get the mouse. Go get the mouse. And he looks at my hand. So I put him in the kitchen. I'm like, go get the mouse. Go get the mouse. And he looks at me. I'm like, it's right in fucking front of you. It's like, how blind are you? And then so he missed it the other night. I'm like, you're fucking fired, dude. So he's been fired for the last 2 days. So then I come down today, and my dad's here, and Sadie, for some reason, didn't act like she normally does. So we're like, what the fuck? Well, I come out in the kitchen. Here he's got the damn mouse in his mouth. I'm like, you're unfired, motherfucker. All right, good job. Till he let him go.
Wait, he had him in his mouth and then he let
He
him
had
go.
him in his mouth 3-4 times.
Wow.
And he wants to play with him. That's the problem. Yeah.
Well, whatever you do, don't use poison, because if your cat eats the
Right.
mouse
Now I know
after
that's the
mouse
problem.
is eating
Yeah.
the poison, your cat is now poisoned.
No, what I'll probably do is give him another day to maybe come out and maybe Kitty will get him again. And then if not, I'll maybe put like 1 or 2 mouse traps underneath the couch and then a couple other places where the animals can't get to where.
Or put the mouse trap in a shoebox
Yeah, something like
and
that.
then
Maybe.
cut a hole in it so only the
Yeah.
mouse can fit through.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. And that's probably what I'm going to have to do because otherwise I'm going to end up with a dead fucking mouse on my couch. And that's all I need.
Ooh, that'll smell good.
I know, right? And I don't understand how he got up in there unless he scooted out and I didn't see him. That's a plausibility too, but we could not find him. I don't know where he would have went. It's crazy. I don't have a lot of places he can go. So anyway, Jack White says very excited for the anime adaptation of the final story arc for Bleach starting in October. There you go. It's coming on D+, isn't it? Daramuth says, Tom, how many different voices can you do? Oh, wow. I don't know. Well, I have varied levels. I mean, I can do facsimile enough, and then I have a few that I could probably do better than others. I don't know.
You have several really good ones.
Probably at least 12 to 20 easy.
Ooh.
You know, I couldn't probably do them all right now, but you know,
Where's George?
he had to go.
Why?
Oh, now we know why he came in. Now we know why Culture's here.
Yeah. And then Jack White says, did you guys see that One Piece got into Guinness World Book of Records? No, I did not.
Huge.
What
Congrats.
for what reason?
Probably for
Most
anime.
movies?
Psychosis.
Was
Maybe
that
most
long?
episodes. I don't know. I mean,
I was
it's
gonna
been
say, I know
around
it's
for a
been
long
running
time, but I'm
forever,
not
yeah.
sure. There's an amusement park over there in Japan for it. There's I mean, the manga's been around a long time. The anime's been around a long time, but I don't know. I'd have to check. And it's quite popular.
Oh yeah.
No, I can't really do Christopher Walken very well.
Brahma Bull does a good walk.
Yeah, he does a pretty good one, yeah.
Amadeus.
I'd have to work on it for a lot longer. He's just not in my kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was even better than mine.
Who? Me?
Whoever just said it, yeah.
It might be most sold on manga. But I'm not
It's
sure.
a manga.
Well, with that amount of
Manga.
books,
It
yeah.
reminds
better
me of
sell.
mango.
Manga.
Otherwise, that's just another Captain Marvel book where they keep shipping, but they keep not selling.
Oh, it's
So
been
the
coming
rare
out forever.
keeps- And I
And
know,
they-
and I know it sells. So I know
The
it
original
sells.
creator still does it too, and that's a rare thing for any comic or manga.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
so
yeah.
much, not so unusual for manga, really, I guess. But for comic books here, it's almost unheard of. I mean, other than
Mhm.
Yeah, Jack White says here with $5. I think it was the most for the most number of manga volumes in circulation. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
100 volumes, Ironcaster says. Yeah, I was going to say. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
So what were the...
Manga volumes? Yeah, they're at the number 100. That's right.
There were some member chats here I evidently
see 'em.
missed.
From Night of Snake.
Oh, those aren't
Sorry,
member chats.
Oh, never mind.
Here we go. Here's half of one. Where did it go? Okay, we got deleted scenes. Who's been a member for 16 months at the Congo level? Congo says the cast of the Rings of Power series are making the same mistake that the Eternals cast did.
Yep.
Is this what you meant by 2? Is it just separated into 6, or is there actually 2?
No,
Yeah.
you're
You got the
that one.
second part in front of you, right?
you're
Okay.
good.
I just wanted to make sure there was 2 separate parts, not 2 actual. Okay. Then he says spending time talking about diversity and faux racism instead of story. Yeah. I hear you, Steven. Not only that, just they're making the same mistakes everybody is and that's how we know that this is probably going to be exactly what we expect it to be.
You know, I'm surprised they didn't pull in Eternals. Like, we're saving lives with this
I
TV
think
show.
the Eternals saved lives. Yeah.
Yeah, they said apparently Eternals save lives, guys.
Yeah.
I
Being
like
a
that's something
horrible-
even Rings of Power can't do.
So
And
make
it
horrible movies if you want to save lives.
It did, because nobody went to see it, and so nobody got
That's
sick
true.
with the thing.
Nobody got in their car and drove and then got in a fatal accident to go see it.
Yeah.
And Jack White says, guilty pleasure, manga recommendation for you, Lot Himekishi, GA classmate. Okay. Or is it Ga? Himekishi Ga?
Classmate.
I'm not real good at this shit. And then I see we had another member chat, didn't we? 6.
It's in the private chat.
I put two things in the private.
We got Mr. Grant Gregory, who's been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much. Or 8 months, actually. Sorry. And then we got Christian DeLorne, who's been a member for 5 and says, hey, what a great gang tonight. Hello, all. Well, hello to you, Christian DeLorne. Thank you for being here.
I met Christian last week in person.
Did you?
What a great guy to hang out with. Yeah, we are at Navy Pier in Chicago. And we drank and we talked about things and we had pizza.
Sweet.
Yeah,
did you have Chicago deep dish?
It's just deep dish, but it was good. It was great.
Deep dish is the best pizza ever.
I won't go that far, but it's good. I enjoy it. It was solid.
You want a crispy crust. You do not want deep dish. Deep dish is like pizza soup.
If that's, dude, you're just complimenting it.
I don't know what kind of
not an insult whatsoever.
What kind of deep dish are you eating? And you don't want solid deep dish. So that's hard to eat.
Yeah.
He likes his dish hard.
You said it was solid, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I enjoyed my deep dish.
I'm kind of more of a New York style guy, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I've never really ate any actual real pizza from anywhere.
I want a thin, crispy crust.
Yeah.
That's Chicago pizza.
No.
I don't like thin, crispy. I like
Chicago pizza is thin crust.
And then Night of Snoke had a question for us. It says, is there any Marvel, DC, or Star Wars locked away media that could be released one day through legal loophole of sorts? I think akin to scenario of the movie The Day the Clown Died or Cried, but if not any of those franchises, just any film or show or genre, fantasy and animation, since those are my 3 favorite genres. Thanks.
We're starting down the path where we're going to see more things enter the public domain.
But yeah, as far as like unreleased stuff, I don't think there's much. Technically, the only thing I can think of would be the Fantastic Four movie that you can get
out there.
I say you can get your hands on
it's
pretty
not
easily.
officially released, but it's
the only other one would be like Wonder Woman, that pilot, but I think that's been out there for a while too, because I know I had that on a disc for a while ago. So
that's kind of a bummer too, right?
Well,
and if you're thinking I was going to say Batgirl, not really.
Didn't you shoot any of that Bridget Nielsen She-Hulk thingy?
I don't know if they did or not. I'm not sure on that.
Hey, 6.
She left. She'll be back.
Oh, bummer.
Other than that, there's plenty of other stuff, but I can't really. I'm trying to grasp for straws right now. I'm sure there's plenty that I can think of. I mean, there's a lot of lost stuff or stuff that might be wrapped up in legal wrangling, but yeah.
One of the worst things that ever happened was the fire in that warehouse in New Jersey, and it took out like decades worth of Warner stuff.
And then there was the Universal fire too, but
that was god awful.
I mean, probably the most famous would be when The Day the Clown Cried, but I just want to see that for how horribly bad it is.
I think, like you said, we are coming up on the era where we'll start to see things in the public domain, and
but yeah, there's plenty of like what do you call it, like alternate cuts or early cuts that I would love to see. Even Star Wars technically has another version or two of it.
Wars, talking about Star Wars.
Mr. Buttcrack Media sent us a super sticker. Let me see if I can see what it is.
Super cool. It is a poop emoji.
Poopy. It's a pooper sticker.
Yeah.
And then we have Dara Moose, it looks like here.
Dara Moose, will you do the
fandango? Deep Dish's Better Culture has so many layers. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
depends on how it's made, though.
I don't want lasagna. I want pizza.
Christian DeLorme says it's not pizza, guys. It's the company. That's true. Cheers. This is true.
That's so
where's short number 8? I got to dig out some more shorts.
Yeah, dude, you need to do some more shorts.
Well, here's the thing. When I go buy shorts, like those yellow shorts, I have like 2 pair. Right? Like that's what I do. Like if I like shorts, I won't like buy a bunch of variations. I just like
yellow shorts.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell. That's the problem. exactly the same, right? So
You could do like now you could have like a new playlist where you go shorts on the beach, shorts on the hike.
well, I was thinking of trying to find other short things, but it hasn't really helped the channel. And they kind of just fell off a cliff as far as the views. So
I liked the shorts.
yeah, people did, but nobody's really watched the last 2 or 3, and I haven't noticed any.
I didn't even know
significant
I
you
didn't
change.
even
had
get
any.
into
I haven't
notification.
seen. Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
seen.
you'll
anything
never get
recent.
notifications. You gotta seek them out.
Yeah, like
You
short
will not-
bread.
and they don't even show up on my subscription mentions.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, we're gonna get to play with knives. I think I'm gonna tell you about that after the show.
Knives.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a cook in the kitchen. I'm black belt. I'm
Oh no,
I'm
we're
like
gonna do some cool shit with knives.
I'm like Iron Chef.
We're gonna cut some figures and shit in half.
Ooh.
Rose
We're gonna do some
Tico.
cool shit. Shit, if that's what you want. So
Cool.
there was another story, wasn't there? 6. King Kong. Speaking of King Kong, yeah. There's a new King Kong series but it appears it's unrelated to the MonsterVerse, right?
Is it Toho?
What's the point of that then?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Because why not? They just want to make anything.
King
they
Kong
want.
live action series and works at Disney Plus from Stephanie Folsom, James Wan's Atomic Monster, and Disney branded TV. Exclusive and iconic monster is headed to Disney Plus. Disney branded television is in very early development on King Kong, series for Disney Plus tracking the original story of the famous ape. Deals have just closed for the project from James Wan's Atomic Monster, which would mark the first live-action series set in the Kong universe. Writer Paper Girls creator Stephanie Folsom, King Kong is serialized, an action-adventure drama that brings the classic monster story to the modern age with a return to Skull Island and the dawn of a new Kong. The series will explore the mythologies of King Kong's origin story and the supernatural mysteries of his home based on IP from Marion C. Cooper's original books and the new King Kong novelization by Joe DeVito. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do with the other one. Because it says here, the Marion Cooper estate had teamed with DeVito to produce the new novelizations, which are being used as source material for the series, along with the original book IP. I was going to say, because the book is under a separate copyright than the movie.
Yes.
A live-action series, King Kong Skull Island, was in development at Mar Vista Entertainment and IM Global Television 5 years ago, with a different creative team based on Cooper's King Kong and DeVito's artworks. Skull Island, with Festa executive producing, it did not come to fruition. King Kong is a 90-year-old character with an entangled web of rights, as we were just pointing out, and has been the subject of a slew of movies, most recently featured in legendary Warner Brothers MonsterVerse, which only uses the Kong part of the Gorillas Monsters moniker for its titles. 2017's Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and 2021's Godzilla vs. Kong, followed by a Netflix anime series, Skull Island. They forgot the original Godzilla as well. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what it sounds like it's going to be. But this individual who wrote it, or Folsom, also created, is an executive who produced sci-fi series Paper Girls and also worked on the streamer's upcoming fantasy series Ring of Power.
Wah, wah,
Oh boy.
wah.
Oh well. There you go.
Well, guys, this does well. It could lead to a spin-off on Anne. So that way we could see what her life was before she met King Kong.
Boy, that's what we want to see.
Right?
Yep.
That's the story that we've all wanted to see.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
could say that she was the real main
God.
character all along.
You know
King
what
Kong
we-
is just a supporting character.
We need
She's a powerful, strong woman. That's
we
why.
need monster kaiju fights. We don't need the humans. We need fewer humans than ever before.
Yeah,
what's
I
it-
don't know about
yeah.
that.
Well, I agree. No humans, monsters.
Monster.
Yeah.
Actually,
says-
there could be much deaths of humans who get in the way of the monsters.
That's
but it
fine,
should just
yeah,
be monsters.
Fodder.
Darmuth says, Tom, would you ever do a movie TV review as Elf? Maybe. I just don't want to get sued. I kind of, yeah. Because I know Paul Fusco is very protective of Elf.
No, he will not be doing anything like that. Thank you for asking. Next super chat.
What about you and Mike reviewing the show Alf? I think that would
That
be...
is something we could do, but he don't.
How
like the
about
show.
how about Mike watching the show Alf and having an Alf puppet and setting it on fire with his camera on? Let's do that.
That works for me. I'd watch that.
100 things I can do with my time, and then it's like 5,000 things I need to do for Tom and Andre in this channel. And every time it gets freaking out.
He's got enough shit to do. He's right about that.
Everybody's coming after me for my Kong. Because they want to have
shoot over my
Kong.
Kong.
I just want when you get your like your facial hair shaved off, I just want a little sliver for science.
What? Why?
In case we have to clone him because he isn't making all the shows anymore. So I need a copy. I need to clone him.
That's a good idea.
I mean, we'd have a culture for the morning, one for the night, and then I don't have to worry.
You know what happens when you make a copy of a copy, and it's just not.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
Steve.
I'll get Pet Cemetery Culture Casino.
This is Steve. I'm Steve. I like pizza.
I'll get Jake Skywalker Culture Casino.
Oh,
I am not
Lord.
Jake Skywalker.
Oh, you're Tila.
You know, I think we're not looking at this Kong series in the right way, though. It's going to be progressive in a sense that Kong is actually going to be queen, but she's a king, right? It's a she, and she
Queen
loves
Kong.
Anne.
She Kong.
I'm surprised they're not doing it, Queen Kong.
Maybe she can team up with Kong and explore how she is oppressed, and Kong helps her eliminate the patriarchy.
Well, Kong's a toxic male though, so he's going to be the bad guy.
No,
Queen
easily.
will-
Well, that'll be the old Kong, right?
No, the new Kong's going to explore his identity.
That's what I'm saying.
They Kong.
They then.
Them Kong.
Well, you know how like Valkyrie was king still. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
Man, that the woman king thing is the worst ever idea somebody ever had, because anybody who does any bit of research knows that the tribe that they're diving into is the one that basically were the slavers. So not a great place to go. You know what I mean?
Really. And with that, was there any more news to discuss, or I think we kind of read it all.
I learned that Six sent a bunch of random nudes to bots today.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she said that during our Tuesday
When?
tirade, Tom.
What did I say?
You said something in the chat about like you hope that the nudes that you sent were actually to bots or something.
You know, you and Tom have this thing about always highlighting the comments that I never mean for anyone to see except the person I'm talking to in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know this. So Six, you said that I showed you an empty box. This is the gizmo right here. This
I
is
know. I said that
cherubim.
because I heard it hit the floor and it sounded like an empty box.
Let the body hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay. Midnight snacks.
Hey!
Jolly Ranchers.
I had a
Ollie
blondie
is
bar.
in the chat, Tom.
Who?
Did you know Jolly Ranchers are vegan?
What?
Oh, that's good then.
Who's in the chat?
So
Ollie.
Tom,
Oh yeah, he was
A
here
lot of
earlier.
people in the
Tom,
chat.
when is the Midnight Snacks channel going to happen?
I think it happens every time he goes on MEAD Radio in the middle of the night when I'm not awake.
No. He needs a channel just for Midnight Snacks. He's
What
eating.
the hell are these?
See?
I can't.
You two need your own channel, just the two of you. You two are hilarious.
Oh, they're blackberries.
What are you eating? Well, at least it's good.
Ooh.
That sounds good.
They're
I like
Jolly
blackberries.
Ranchers.
Oh,
Those are gummies.
Gummies. I
I
want
figured
Jolly
it was
Rancher gummies now.
These
fake.
are wildberry.
It's like sugar thing.
Wildberry. Oh,
Get him some
yeah.
jelly babies.
Dude, I love gummies and jelly, but dude, I'm still all about the Scooby Doo fruit
Candy
snacks
makes
20
me
years
dance.
later. Remember the Scooby Doo fruit snacks? Best fruit snacks of all time.
Which one's
Ever
name?
eat-
Telling you.
You ever eat fruit
Scooby
roll-ups?
Doo.
When was
I love fruit roll-ups.
when was the last time you had a fruit roll up?
They still make those?
Actually, 2 days ago.
They still make them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They don't make the fruit wrinkles anymore, though.
You remember, like my favorite ones were the apple ones, because like apples
Green
are
apple?
pain in the ass to eat.
What?
They
What?
suck, dude. Unless you cut them
Yeah,
into
they are pain.
like little pieces, they suck, dude.
Why don't
They,
you just
like,
hold it and eat it? You don't even have
Because
to
they-
unwrap it.
because it tries to remove your teeth.
Oh, that's right. Culture's like 80, so he probably
Oh.
has dentures.
Wow.
He is
right.
kind of like 80. All right, Six. You got anything coming up?
No, not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing, she says.
Yeah.
Well,
Paulie does not want me to have a channel to eat.
Well, he's probably mad at me for eating candy right now. Jack White says, "Hey Mike, I saw a giveaway for a life-size elf doll, so I took the liberty of entering your name. Did you enter my name too? I want that.
You want a life-size elf?
Fuck yes.
Life size.
I love Jack White.
Like I love puppets and monsters and stuff. Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, I am going to be on something.
What
Yeah,
is
what's
it?
up?
Pop Culture Minefield. He goes live. I don't know if it's every day.
Twice
or
a day, 6 days a
weekday.
week.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
At,
something like that.
Yeah,
11 a.m. Eastern. So I pop on there occasionally.
he tries to destroy my 6-minute daily. So
Yep.
Thanks, 6.
Well, I abandoned him this morning. Or no, wait, I didn't even get on his show until before or after your 6-minute daily.
70 said he just ate a load of pineapple. He feels so as long as it wasn't on pizza, you're fine. It just goes bad once you put it on pizza.
Look, and ladies love it when you eat pineapple.
That was kind of the grossest thing you ever said, Culture.
What? It's a good fruit.
Tom, if you've never tasted it, then you don't know just how much pineapple can improve it.
I know that's my whole point.
Six, you like pineapple?
The fact that he fucking went there.
Did Tom just almost say, I know what it tastes like?
No.
I know it tastes like.
I'm gonna put that.
I've done it.
You've been trying to like make this thing like, I don't know what kind of fantasy you have with me, but like
me?
Yeah, like this thing.
I don't have a fantasy about you.
Trying
Tom.
to get me with a getcha with like I'm a gay. I have no, if I was gonna suck a dick, I'll suck a dick.
Oh,
I don't really care.
Gotta be Rocky and Apollo
Hope
with
there's
their
no
high
video of that.
shorts.
No. Jack White says another ga recommendation. I think he means manga. Yeah. For you World's End Harem. Well, it's got the word harem in it. That's a good thing always.
Seen most of it. It's kind of sexy.
Oh, stop it, 6. I was just joking back for Pete's sake.
I love pizza.
Said Pete's sake. The pizza is good.
Are you gonna vacuum your area there soon? Because it looks like you need to vacuum.
What?
Your room there, your studio. You need to vacuum.
How can you tell that by that little picture?
It looks like he needs to vacuum.
You guys are the
Are you talking
freaking
about that
odd
bed?
couple.
You should vacuum. When was the last time you dusted?
Felix and Oscar.
I bet you have dust on your monitor, don't you?
I don't know. Why? Not really.
It's healthy. It's healthy to breathe air without dust in it. So you need to dust your monitor. You need to dust your computer. Probably want to vacuum.
Tom does all that. He has someone that helps him with all that. Tom barely has time to do videos. He doesn't have time for housework. Tom barely sleeps right now.
Paulie's ready to punch somebody.
What?
Paulie wants to punch somebody, man. Wow.
Oh, Paulie.
Why? What's wrong with Paulie?
I don't know. He's picking a fight with Culture. Look at the chat. Look at what Paulie said.
How could you ever want to punch that? Damn, Paulie. You old Paulie.
He just wants to get into an orgy with Culture. That's
now who's doing it, Tom?
Orgy?
Now it's Nick Weiser.
He wants to pull his hair. He wants to pull Culture's hair.
I'm gonna head out to LA here pretty quick. I'm gonna hang out with Paulie and with
It had nothing to do with me, 6.
and then with Mr. Gore.
What?
And
You know what?
He said Culture and Paulie.
We're gonna have food. We're gonna have a Mexican food. It's gonna be good.
Jack says, Tom, I will send you and Mike emails with links to those series I was recommending to you guys. All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
They're pretty good, Tom.
Oh, jeez. Now 6 is all mad.
When was the last time you vacuumed, Tom?
Nick was the one hitting on
This
you.
last week sometime. Why?
There's
Why are
nothing
you so
wrong
concerned?
with the house.
Because I want you to be healthy.
I'm more worried about the goddamn dead possible mouse in my fucking couch right now than anything else.
You still have super chats to read.
I still have super chats to read.
All right.
I thought I just read this one.
Tom.
What else do I got here? Which one did I miss? So we got this one.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Hey, Mike, we got this one.
Paulie wants to promote his live stream that's starting
He wants a cracker.
in 15
Darmoose
minutes.
says, oh, okay, here we go. Come on, Mike. It'll be fun. Cue Tom's elf. Hey, Mike. Ha 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 ha. Don't you like me, Mikey?
So wait a minute. So does Paulie has a show coming up?
Does he?
Tonight?
What's
I
he
didn't know.
doing?
He
Tomorrow
wants
afternoon with Paul
us to
Cato.
promote his show with, I think it's with Chato tonight. No,
He probably sent me a text because he doesn't know how to use fucking Twitter.
That's tonight.
No.
Tomorrow.
Tonight he's reviewing this hilarious show, and he's bitching that I'm not going to be on it. But it's 10 o'clock at night out here, Paulie. I
What
go to
show?
bed early. I'm not like you YouTubers
It's
that stay up
8:45.
all night. Yeah,
What shows
well,
are you reviewing?
I need to be in bed by 10. Anyway,
What's
at
your-
10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, he's going to have a live stream, and he's reviewing the show called
She-Hulk? She-Hulk or what?
called This Fool. This Fool. It's a hilarious Latino comedy that's on Hulu. I saw the whole thing. I streamed it. It's hilarious, and Paulie's doing the stream.
Ah, okay.
Oh, look, he say just promote it. No, you're gonna send me a text complaining that I'm not. I do. Here's what Paulie says. I do every live stream except for Latino Slant. Is what he says. Yeah, right. Okay, but what do I do for Latino Slant? There's not enough Mexican Iron Man to go around. I mean, I kind of, I'm here for 6. Hi, 6.
Hi, Mikey.
That sounded. If somebody could hear that wrong, that could be
I'm
bad.
working on
No, but on a
getting
serious note, Paulie's doing a review of the show. This is yet another example where there's something good out there in Hollywood, and this show is freaking hilarious. I wasn't gonna watch it. He pestered me, and I said, okay, I'm gonna watch it, and I was laughing literally for 6-7 hours straight. It was that good, and so they're reviewing that tonight at 10 o'clock.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Darius sent us a super sticker, and it's a new one.
Yes.
Dearest, sorry. Dearest, that is correct. It is. Actually, I have a sound effect for this one. Hang on.
Banana.
It was a banana.
I'm just.
Jack said he just sent us the email, so thank you for that, Jack. We appreciate that. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. This Fool panel discussion tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time. There is the link if you guys want to head on over there. There you go. So 6 has the Daily Show with Gary with a J. Anything else you got going on, 6?
Well, I'm gonna go watch Polly's show because he never yells at me.
Oh, for Pete's sake. He has too, you lies.
He's never once.
Yes, he has.
Six brought a really great story to the late night culture show on Sunday. That was fun.
Why are
I
you
did.
kissing her ass?
That was the story of the night.
It was. She made it a good thing. She did good.
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome.
All right, Clobby, what you got coming up? You got like 20 things.
Well, I'm still celebrating. August is still Jack Kirby month, as always. It is every August. I'm just got a couple of Jack Kirby shows coming up tomorrow night. 9 p.m. Central Standard Time is my usual times for it. The Thursday night, the Clubhouse with Raquel and Mark, and then Saturday night, Star Trek as always, which is doing great and having a lot of fun. And then Sunday is Jack Kirby's actual birthday. He would have been 105, and I'm doing a big celebration. Purple Valkyrie's going to join me for that 4 p.m. Central on Sunday. Celebrating the King of Comics, as he should be.
Anyway, then we have Polly's out there lying. I mean, what you
No,
have
he's
to
not.
yelled at her. You went. I swear he has like once or
When?
twice.
Name it.
Like when we were karaoke in.
No.
I'm pretty
Nope.
sure.
Who could ever yell at 6? Come on.
Well, what do you constitute as yelling? You constitute that as yelling at you? I wasn't yelling at you.
I'll clip it.
How is that yelling?
I'm going to edit my first video for my channel, and it's going to be Tom yelling at me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, you join the rest of them then, so whatever. Because that's evidently all I do is yell at people. So
You yell at people, Tom?
yeah.
You never
that's
yelled
what
at me,
I'm
though,
told.
Tom.
Yeah.
You know what you do, Tom?
Doo-doo.
And it makes women cry
Have you ever yelled at Polly?
and give Razzie worthy performances.
Tom's my sweetie bear.
Anyway, Nick Weiser, what do you got going on? You got something coming up tonight here in about What is it, an hour and a
Yes,
half?
sir. Just a little over an hour. Toxic Tuesday's back, and we're talking airplane. I'm excited. It's gonna be huge. Me, Red Shirt, Gary, Mark. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Toxic Tuesday's back. I've missed it, and it's gonna be fun to get back on the wagon and get rolling. So it's gonna be good. And of course, this week we got the comic shop talk. We'll be having Ginger Ninja and Roger Ryder on to promote their comic Anti-SJW. We had Gabriel El Taib on last week, and he was a powerhouse of a guest. I would highly recommend you catch that replay. And yeah, I'll have a video out this week, and that's what I got on my. Oh, tomorrow night, Black Pill stream, Bounding into Comics. I will be hanging out with the Bounding Boys. It's gonna be huge. Cool. So, as for always, Tom, thank you for having me. It's been fun hanging out on Mead. I urge you, Mead Chat, come hang out. Let's laugh at the great movie that is called Airplane. All right. Yes. Until then, I'll see you all soon. Thank you, Tom.
So tell me, you ever seen Grown Man Naked?
You like movies about gladiators?
Don't call me Shirley.
You ever
autopilot?
With chickens?
What?
Different movie. That's from Midnight Run.
I'm wishing you both luck.
That's from Midnight Run, Culture.
It is.
I was gonna say, I think that's from Midnight Run. Yeah. Dara Moose says, "Sounds like 6 likes Tom's." Oh no, she doesn't. We're just goofing around. Hopefully,
Tom is my support. Tom's my best friend on YouTube.
I'm her athletic
straight
support.
Up.
Yeah,
I love Tom.
And if you can't be a sportsman, be an athletic supporter. Right. As they say in Greece. Look at all the cock.
He has a really small cock, though.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, I can't deny that.
Where there's
I'm
culture,
embarrassed by
there
it.
is cock.
That's okay.
It's embarrassingly small.
It's not the size, Tom. It's the rate of speed. Wait, I came out wrong. Wait. Hold on. I meant. Oh,
I think that would make a difference too, but like not in the way that.
Oh God. Oh God.
Wait a minute.
Oh God.
Wait. Where'd he go?
Oh.
Get back in here. Okay, so yeah, we got Toxic Tuesdays coming up. What else, Nick?
Obviously you can find me on here, Bounding into Comics Black Pill stream tomorrow night, and of course the comic shop talk on Friday night. Like I said, Ginger Ninja and Roger Ryder promote their book Anti-SJW this Friday, and catch the replay of our show with Gabe El Taib. He's the guy who quit DC last year over the Truth, Justice, American Way quote being removed. So he was a fantastic guest, and he seriously was a very memorable guest. He was so good that pretty much by the time he did a mic drop on us, the show pretty much ended after he left. So catch that replay, and yeah, I'll see you guys in an hour for Toxic Tuesday. And then nice to hang out with CC, George, Mike, Six, and Clubby, and you, Tom.
You too, Nick Weiser.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you.
I love it when Nick Weiser says
I'm gonna try and make it, Nick. I can't guarantee it, unfortunately, because I got a video to edit, but I will do my best. I will at least try to hop
Great
in.
movie. That's a great movie.
There's always
It
next
is. It's
week.
a great fucking movie.
Well,
Yeah, if
great.
worse
I
comes to
love
worse, I'm definitely gonna be there next week. So,
Yeah.
And last, we got Mikey yet too. So Culture, you're next, and then Mikey's last but not least.
I have a small YouTube channel.
Okay, Mike, what's up?
You have a small what?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Culture.
Wow.
We're gonna be here all night if I let him go on. You know this, right?
Your small what? Tell us more about your small what?
Tell us what the thing is.
It's about the thing.
Quit it.
Culture.
I don't have
It's about
anything
the
to promote.
speed. It's not
Colty,
about
you
the
can have my
size.
time too.
Grand Admiral's right. You got a small beard now.
Yeah.
It's true, but it's temporary. I will be back to looking like Santa Claus by
Your beard is temporary, so it's actually a fake. We've been right this whole time.
He's getting a pube transplant, putting it up on his face.
Oh, he's sensitive about that, I bet. Sorry.
Oh.
Are you a 6-minute man?
60. They call me. I'll rock and roll them all night long. I'm your 60-minute man. Yeah, no, I have a YouTube channel. You might have heard of it. And I do a 6-minute daily on the weekdays. I do multiple videos a week. I hang out everywhere and all the time, regularly. Ask Mikey. Mikey can tell you. And you listen to Mrs. Flu. I'm a nice person. And I don't know.
Of course you
anything
are.
else. I don't know anything.
Culture pubes.
Support people. Do stuff.
Merkins are back.
Always.
What's a Merkin? Do you know what a Merkin is?
I'm proud to be a Merkin.
Do you want to promote your smaller channel?
You do it yourself channel?
Yeah, I have a DIY channel.
It's called Diddle Yourself.
Diddle it yourself. DIY.
My ding-a-ling.
Diddle builds.
I'm done. Mike, you're up.
No, he has a do-it-yourself channel where he does
I don't
all
have
kinds of
anything
stuff
to
on his
promote.
own. He'll teach you how to scale mountains, rob a bank,
Put up
build
gutters on your house.
Put up gutters on your house.
Fix drywall.
Trim your shrubs.
What do you have upcoming for that? Are you going to do any like how to make your own Halloween decorations?
Yeah, actually, well, no, I can. Actually, I can teach people how to do a lot of things that probably nobody would care about. But no, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm building essentially a freestanding patio. And it has another name. It's called a pergola.
Pergola.
Building a pergola.
Isn't that a sandwich?
No, I know. And it's not for your throat. It's not Ricola. It's a pergola.
Oh, I just googled it.
It's like a patio.
Ricola.
How big is your pergola going to be?
How big is your Ricola?
22 feet long and 16 feet wide.
Wow, that's a big pergola.
It is.
That's some longitude.
And then I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it with
He's gonna wrap it.
geotextile.
You make sure you wrap it tight.
You know what? Why do we even bother? I don't. You know what? I quit. I'm done with YouTube. Fucking.
Do you
done.
wrap it in plastic or do you wrap it in lubed? What? Wait, I'm asking you a
God,
question.
He's so sensitive, this guy.
What kind of caulk should you use on that? Should you use a lot of caulk? I hate it when my caulk gets clogged. Then I gotta shake it out.
I hate it when you put the caulk in there and then there's still
My
that
cock
big.
is
And then it
stuck.
explodes and you got white shit everywhere. Just caulk everywhere. It's just crazy.
A whole lot.
And if you're dehydrated, it's kind of like cottage cheese.
That look that Culture has right there.
I don't know if we're talking about the same kind of caulk here.
That's the look on his face that where he's realizing I really do prefer the show with Andre without these guys.
Well, of course, because that's when we don't pick on him as much.
He would have rather paid the fine.
You guys.
Yep.
I think that's the show.
All right, we're gonna stop there. I think you're right, Tom.
She called that perfectly back.
Culture got the longest outro of any of us.
Yes, he did. Mikey, do you have anything coming up for reels?
No, just
Seriously?
tomorrow.
Didn't you do a video recently?
I don't know.
Like
Did
you
I?
had one with Junior, and then you did. Didn't you do one since then too?
Yeah, I forgot. You are actually on. You're an actual YouTuber now.
Oh shit!
about that.
Here we go.
Yeah, you had the whole system going down there. You even had on location live. Like you're trying to pull stuff off that we can't even.
Yeah, I was trying to do it like remote location, and it was ready to go. And then they moved the iPad and the iPod, iPad with the tripod.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and then I lost the Wi-Fi signal. So.
Lost the Wi-Fi.
Okay, Bambino's nipping at my leg. I gotta go.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much, everybody. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Tell your mom about us. I'm sure she'll think we're great kids. Be sure to hit the liquor store later on tonight if you're not busy. And yeah, anything else?
Love
Eat
you.
something healthy for a change.
Chat my ass.
Yay.
Good night, kids.
Good on everybody.